Hey, DOT community, this is Zalon coming at you with another event start Alliance War, this one called Ancient Arrows, with Talon. So, here we go. I also have, wait a second, a few people will get in here, but we'll get into this event. We did go over it a lot yesterday in my new Relics Old Talon DOT After Show with Bo, and Zalon and Bo, I should say. So I know a lot of you have already seen that, so I'm for especially the people that are rewatching this after the fact, I'm going to be speed throughing the beginning of it, because all of us do have a pretty good idea of what we're to find in here. So... And I do have Titanium here on the Discord, so I'm just going to pop this all on. So what's up, Titanium?
Howdy.
Nice. Thanks for joining today. Bo was a little indisposed at work, so Titanium volunteered to be on the stream today. Very thanks to you. I appreciate that.
No worries.
My stupid ad. Anyway, so we got Gary B, Jamie, Ed's channel, Riza. Thank you for all joining in. I appreciate it. Of course, anybody else that wants to jump onto Discord that has the link already can most definitely can do so. It's never a problem. Brian McAndrew, Pancakes, what's up? Yeah, pancakes, bro. Not today, but maybe tomorrow. We'll see for the start of the weekend. We'll see what's up. All right, so here we go. Ancient Arrows Talon event. Talon skills are all exactly the same as they have been, but yes, it is another Spearman Archer combo. So you do have the opportunity to get a Spearman defensive X skill, which on my Talon was armor, the one that I've already previously gotten. So if I get, I will be. I'll let everyone know exactly where I'm going to be going in this event. But when it comes down to what I hope for the Spearman defensive X skill, I actually would hope for Spearman health. So, and also my defenses, some certain people will want certain Spearman defenses than others, depending on your relics, and also if you already have certain Titans that already take care of certain elements. So yeah. You might be trying to use Talon in different ways on different element choices. But anyway, so this is a Choose Your Ranger event, 15K. Yes, you do get the option to get a choice between Daedalus and Solzar. I've said it yesterday on my video, but I'll say it again. I believe that it'll be a larger portion of people that will be going for Daedalus over Solzar, just for the simple fact that Daedalus does have still some ground to stand on in the game. Let's just say that. Solzar, I'm not going to say wasn't a great 4-star Fire Ranger at one time, but when it comes down to Yaluth having, troop buffing skills and being a Fire Ranger, I kind of like Yaluth better than Solzar. So, I mean, I have a Solzar already, so I'm not like, super in any kind of crazy need. And the Daedalus I have is a hardcore offensive Daedalus. I really like him. And I already have him at level 60. So I don't know how hard I'm going to be pushing to get to 15K, and I'll let everybody know where I'm going to be going in that whole aspect here very shortly. John McGinnis, what's going on? Captain Howdy, how we doing? Chris Morris, how we doing? King Ragnar. I just started streaming minutes ago, so you didn't miss anything. What's up, Gary? So, and also, too, we have the Relic everyone seems to be talking about since yesterday, especially. And I do have some consensus from some of the long-term, what we want to put quotations on, pro players in some of the very still warring alliances, if you want to call it that, or at least alliances that are very active when it comes down to jumping on whatever the best either Titans or Relics. And specifically, it seems like a lot of people are very interested in this crossbow and saying that it's like a must-have Relic. You may agree, you may not, but it seems to be that the consensus is that the crossbow is a must-have. Now, the slingshot as well is also a you don't have to put it on a physical Titan like the crossbow, so it has a little bit less limitations. So it does come at a lower soul count as well. So between the two of these, I'm going to get both just because there's definitely a lack in Archer's critical relics. Plus, I need a Nature's Call really bad. I don't need the Heartseeker. I have two, and I definitely think that the third. I had a third one, but I fused it away. And if I even would get this one, I'd probably be fusing it away too. There's not too many Titans besides Talon that can really use it. So let's see. And then, of course, the boosts. I'll ask everybody again who you're going to be using for the event. Titanium, who are you going to be using for the event?
Oh, I had an Almirand on the shelf, and he started crying about how back in his day he was all this, and he never got his chance, and this and that. So I'm giving him his chance. Actually, he's turning out to be really, really healthy. At 50, he's an animal.
Oh, yeah. I got mine at 52 right now, and I love playing with Almirand. He's definitely one of my more favorite over level 50 Titans to use. And I most likely will be using him in the event along with my Cerberus and maybe my Thorhild. But, of course, with the fact that Zeus is right around the corner. When I say that, I mean this month. And in DOT time, that is actually right around the corner. So when it comes down to pushing really hard on Thorhild at 41 right now, when I may get an amazingly good, depending on if Zeus actually has a whole bunch of different options for roles, or if Zeus is more of a definite skills situation, and I get a really good one. For instance, my Odin wasn't all that great, and I never actually leveled him, and now he's very out of meta, so I'm just kind of glad I never bothered. He's there as a collection piece. Now, of course, I will eventually have to level him a little bit for some of the Pantheon stuff, but he's not a major priority or anything like that. So, if for some reason I get a bad Zeus roll, if that is even possible, then I'll just continue with Thorhild as my all-time Maiden's attacker. But here we have Temple Takeover with Berserker Titans. If you want a Thorhild, like I was just talking about, or a Halzir, or an Arvan, or a, Malkor and Skullgrim. Yeah, so if you want any of them, I just don't have Malkor out of that group. And then, of course, you can use any boost relic. And actually, I have a 4-star. There's one thing. I have a 4-star Ancient God relic, which I mean, like, as in, for instance, it's used in the God events. But I have a very bad feeling that it's not going to be those relics that they use for Zeus, which makes me wonder if I really should be saving it. What do you think, Titanium? Because we've had it before, and I'll ask the chat too, because we've had it before where when the Odin event came out, we didn't have the same boost relics from all the other Norse gods. So when Zeus comes out, if you have like a saved up Nectar of the Gods 4-star like I got at the very end of the last event, I don't know if it's really going to be run into the same case. What do you think, Titanium?
I've got, I think, 12 or 13 2-stars. Nectar of the Gods set back, and I'll be really disappointed if that's how it turns out, because I'm doing my best not to mess with them in this event. And that's a good point that you bring up, that they've done that to us before. So, man, I don't know. You keep your fingers crossed. I mean, it's better to have. To me, a penny saved is a penny earned. I mean,
yeah, that's 6 uses at 180 souls plus whatever the boost is. So
yeah,
I mean,
but at least you'll still have them. I mean, you'll have them, and you'll have them, and there'll be other events
where you'll be able to use any event relic. Yeah. Man, I know that Zeus is like literally coming out this month, and that's why I said right around the corner. So the other things that I don't really care about that I will be using in this event is these frost compasses. I have a 2-star and a 1-star, and it was all based on the fact that an event, I guess I just needed it at the very end of an event and just had them left over. And, of course, the Divine Amulet and Divine Ring, being the fact that they boost crowns for Throne Wars, they're definitely not going to be able to be used in this event. So, besides from that, though, was thinking about that Nectar of the Gods. I was like, ugh, should I use it? So I'm thinking, I'm leaning more towards saving it now, just because it's titanium. But if anybody in the chat can say otherwise. All right, so let's see who else is joining. Muhammad, Zaret, Ron Gamer, Wrecking Nomad, JJ, Podrick Payne, Jatoon, nice. Podrick Payne, big Jatoon fan. And Podrick, you're up in some of the what is it? I think Force, or yeah, I think you're in Force, Podrick. Last time I saw. But that's awesome for Jatoon for you. Hey, Funtown is here. What's up, Joe? Good to see you. I will run with my level 17 Saphira, plan on getting to 2K, which will take me 167 battles with the 1.2 boost. Nice. There you go. Sir Pickle. What's going on? Shia. One-Winged Setharoth. How we doing? Chris Morris. My Berserker are limited to 3 stars. Go Korea. It's alright, Chris Morris. There's nothing wrong with that. Korea is a definitely good Berserker when you get specifically good rolls with her skills. So, yeah, if you got some good Berserker skills on there, they're all attack skills, but, of course, you can definitely get some really good ones and mess with them with some relics as well. Or mesh them with some relics. But here, let me throw Unknown. Good morning, Zalon. I'm leaving for work. I'm like 400 away from my 5K Divine Gems. Once I reach 5K, I will make that video. Nice, Tario. Good to see that. Dylan, what's going on? They will absolutely have a brand new relic for Zeus, right? Not really interested in the Rangers, but that relic at 11K would be good for Dionysus, right? Chris Moore. Okay. Sup, Z. Don't go 10 hours again. Took me 6 days to watch your stream since I missed it. Oh, Corey. Well, that's only for Conquest, and it's only because there's a necessary need for hours and hours and hours of content in that case. Conquest is a very well-liked event across the board. It's not hey, I don't like what's in the event. It's you do the event because if you don't, you're way farther behind on your goals on what you want to do with your relics. And Titans, too, because there's a decent amount of Titan drops as well. But I think, really, it's all about getting those relics up as fast as possible. So, Conquest events, yeah, you're going to be grinding a lot in Conquest events. And there's going to be a lot of people looking for that. What's up, Crazy Joker? Good to see you. They have traditionally lowered the modifiers when they do any relic events. Don't save, thinking you'll get a better opportunity. Time has proven otherwise, JJ says. Ooh, don't save. What's up, Bad Mother Trucker? Good to see you. Any of my saved relics on this event, but I need the relic storage space. Yeah, right. True. Well, in the case I want to get rid of that 2-star and 1-star, and for the most part. But besides from that, the 4-star, I still think I might want to save it for Zeus just in case. I mean, it's such a head start on the Zeus event from just one relic. All right, so here, breakdown from the other day. Oh man, did I get rid of my paper? All right, well, we got 2 relics. I couldn't have gotten rid of it. It should be right here. No, that's the other event. Yeah, I must have left it upstairs. But it's 2 relics, like 3,100 gems. I meant relic tokens, that is. 3,100 gems. And I think it's like 325 portal stones. That might be incorrect. Don't quote me on that one. But this right here, this is what's got me interested. Right here at 7,000. That 4-star XP relic. As awesome as it is for when your Titans are below level 40, you know, it gets you up definitely a few levels. As soon as it gets into the 40s and 50s, it's a lot more limiting on exactly how much XP it really is, but I like to see it in the reward chain, and I like to see it where pretty much right where it is, right around 7K. That's nice. It's not too high up. They do put the epic token higher than it, but you can pull like level 40 4-star Titans. It's possible. It's not very likely, but it's possible. So But that Ancient Sling is nice and low there for 8,000. And then Talon at 10K, and then the crossbow at 11. Myself, personally, I really just want to go to 12. Give me Nature's Call, give me the new crossbow, give me another shot at a better Talent, give me an epic token, give me an Ancient Sling, and give me the Titan Soul. That's all I want right there. It's all right there. Do I need another 4-star Gilded Arc? Yeah, I'll take one. But you get them as battle drops. So, not excited, not going to push. 1,600 gems. Nice, but, and then the Ranger token. See, that's why if I find myself with a lot of extra time and I'm just going to just straight grind it, not using relics and everything else, because, again, we don't have a lot of, not a high modifier, and we don't have a lot of relic tokens in the actual event. So if anything, and I end up grinding an extra 3K from Nature's Call, well then, yeah, I'll get another 4-star Titan. But is it necessary for me? No. Heartseeker, not excited about it. And then the 350 Divine Gems. I'm not going to grind an extra, 5,000? Just for that 350 Divine Gems, unfortunately. So, yeah, pretty much my goal is 12K. If I can get to 15, I will. If I don't, and I pick up maybe another Gilded Arc or 1,600 gems, it's whatever. But if I get to 15, I get to 15. If I don't, 12K is fine with me. So that's how I see it. That's the event in my opinion. Now, rank rewards, I am in NTG Hammer right now. So we are lined up to get another Ladega. Since Zeus will be supposedly a ranger, of course I don't do any 4-star fusions outside of fusion events, so getting another Ladega, especially level 10, is not going to be bad, because I'll either keep this one, well, I'll probably fuse this one away because it's higher than the one that I currently even have, so I'll have just basically a lot of ranger food ready for my new Zeus, if he is a ranger, as said. Let's see. Chronos Hell Almaran says Shia. Last battle of conquest to get level 8 done for the epic, and Mamesh came out of the battle seconds after it finished. Didn't count, missed out. Sad times. Wow, Sir Pickle. That's crazy. By the way, loved your 10-hour stream. Was just giving you hell. Nice. Very funny and punny. Let's see. Yeah, that does suck, Sir Pickle. I was going to say Mr. Pickle, but Sir Pickle. I would like if they would take out the 2-star relics from the events and replace them with 3-star, 4-star XP bottles. Not a bad idea. What's up, Ian Rogerson? Good to see you. G Bacon, good to see you. Papa Pass, as always. The Brain, what's going on? Let's see. Here we go. So let's go grab our... What's up, Pulse? Good to see you. Seth Roth, I'll get to that comment in just a second. Let me... I'm Pickle Rick! That's funny. We're going to throw on some of those event boosters here from the past. Offensive opinion, what's going on? So, Zalon, when a lot of guys talk about getting things as battle drops, it always makes me wonder, when was the last time you got a 4-star Gilded Arc for a battle drop? For me, it was last summer. So rare. Well, I don't know. Probably within the last 4-star Gilded Arc? Probably within the last 4 to 6 months, somewhere in that range. 4-star Gilded Arc? At least.
Yeah, Gilded Arc, not specifically, but I got a 4-star battle drop earlier this morning.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're a frequent battle person, and I'm not saying that, you're not Seth Roth or anyone else, but if you do a lot of events, and especially Conquest, I feel like the amount of, I got a decent amount of 4-stars. I got at least a half dozen, if I remember correctly. At least 6 4-star relics in the actual Conquest, because during my 10-hour stream, Specifically, I remember getting a few Goliath belts, at least one, but I got two by the end of the event. And then I got a Frost Spears and what else? A few, let's see, a few others too. A couple defensive ones. Might have got a 4-star Van Brace too. One or two of those by the end of Conquest. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I tend to get some of the same 4-stars on a pretty regular basis, and then of course never see a. I still have. Oh, and I got a 4-star serrated edge, I think. No. 4-star reinforced grip from battle drop in Conquest.
That was one of the ones you needed, huh, Zon?
Well, it's one. Yeah, I definitely didn't have one. Just like Nature's Call, for instance, but.
Well, I knew you were putting together a lightning build. Actually, hey, I'm gonna have to get off here for a little bit. I would might make it
that's
back
okay.
on before the end. I might not.
All right, that's fine. Well, I appreciate you staying on.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, what we working with today? 5-hour stream, the brain says? I don't know. We'll see. I already went over everything with the event because I went over it pretty fairly quickly. We can obviously go step back on anything at any given time, but I did go over a bunch of it with Bo the other day, so let's get into some raiding. Now, of course, since I jumped over to Hammer, we have a crap ton more alliances over here on the first server. So, and I don't really have to. Oh, and I just became Castle 23 as of like an hour ago. Like, it just happened. So I started my first gold mine, and I need to be getting a lot more resources if possible in this event. So running Almorand will be a smart choice because he can get through battles very low in troop loss, but also still be able to get a lot of resources at the same time. But wow, I'm not used to running into all the same. Well, I'm also running into 23s now, but there's a lot more players here on the first server, just because I knew there was only about like 5 or 6 alliances on the second one for the last 2 weeks. So here we go. Yeah, that'll be alright. Somebody give me 24 maidens. Nice. Let's see. What are the big boost titans? Yeah, they're 4-star berserkers give 1.2, and then 3-star give 1.1. Not the greatest. Ian Ryderson says 4-star Gilded Arc avoids me like the plague. I really need one, but not this badly. Yeah. Okay. Back up, hell. Oh, she still got through before the Skellies. Hey, Olmeran, you gonna do something? Yeah. You thought a couple Titans were going to have a bigger boost? Yeah, no. I thought so. I thought it'd be nice to have. Well, I think it's the fact that traditionally, and this is something JJ said a little bit earlier too, but traditionally, because of the ability to use any boost relic from previous events, the actual boost is lower, 1.2, 1.1, but also, too, because, that's another reason why they have only 2 event relic tokens in the milestones as well. And no big booty titans. So of course, when the brain hears that, he's extremely upset. So yeah, let's grab as much. Typically not raiding for gold on a regular basis, but now that I am right at the beginning of my of Castle 23, I need to get these upgrades rolling. You're grinding to get a free Talon. Why are you watching the channel from Holland? You don't care about Matt's shirt or Athena's short skirt. You're just eating some Flaky from Poland. What's up, Havoc? Yeah, pretty much gonna use the few event relics that I have and then grind up to 12k. That's all I'm interested in. Get Almran some more levels, grab a bunch of relics for forging, some titans for fusing, and just make the best of the event, even though I know that it's not one that I would want to go all the way in. So, oh, what's up, Bo?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Not too bad. So your meeting all finished up?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I can take my lunch. Do this.
Anyone else notice that the relic storage on the live stream was 407 of 505? What's up with that? Oh, the ability that they have 505 slots? I have no idea. That's a good question.
I don't know. On the test account.
Wait, what about your test account? You cut off? Oh no. Bo will be back, I'm sure. Something happened. What's up, soldier? Yeah, just working off this wonderful frost relic. I've heard of a tale of a few players that have 505 slots available. I've seen some screenshots, but no video. G. Bacon says, I've got 505 relic slots. Interesting. Is Bo coming back from the vortex? Can we hear him? Nope, Bo's gone. Lost to the seas of Discord. 50 watching. Thank you everybody for joining in. Let's see. Frankie Too Swift. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Hey, Game Rescue's here. What's going on, Game Rescue? He's getting 69 boost. Are you? I'm getting 66 with my 2-star. Yeah, we can raid for food too. Man, not getting 3 battle drops. Oh, I think Bo's back. Yeah, not getting 3 battle drops. Exactly, stinks, right? Game Rescue. We're so spoiled. We're so spoiled. Oh man. That's why what happens after Monday. Monday's just a day of forging and fusing, pretty much. I mean, just to be able to get everything from the event and everything. Yeah, you just have to do a lot of relic treasury and relic storage management on Mondays after a conquest. So on Tuesday, when you're actually back to you're gonna battle too as well, but there's just so much management on Monday. But I'll tell you. When Tuesday rolls around and all you're doing is back to straight battling with any of your time for DOT, telling you it's these back to regular battle drops. It's got real super spoiled.
Okay, I think I'm back. Discord hates me. So
yeah, I know.
I disconnect 4 times. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's right. And people are also mentioning get well to Vintage as well because he hasn't been feeling that great. Second server Legends is awful for this event. I got 15 ping pong lands everyone can hit with no troops. But ping pong lands I hit still cost me troops because everyone got high level lands. Yeah. Very true. Lucas Z says, I already have perfect talent, and he is 59 experience points old. Just got to level my Avalos in this event. There you go. Why don't they decrease the treasury count? It'll hold well over 100 and add that to the relic inventory. I have no idea, Ian. I mentioned in my comment back to you the other day that I don't really know exactly how the treasury works on the whole, like why it seems to be endless and how that does not seem to create any problems for the game, or at least the only problem I noticed when I was trying to scroll to the end of my treasury after Conquest, that my game started getting really slow, like getting real jittery. I'm just doing this on purpose with the screen, but my game got real jittery and very, very slow after I got halfway through my treasury, which of course was going on forever. So I don't know if that has anything to show that, yes, after a while it does, there is a serious slog. It slows your game down incredibly when you're trying to access that much information. But when it comes down to taking space out of the treasury, it would just make it so that you would run into issues with, I haven't had my treasury ever full. Anybody in the stream, can you let me know if you've ever had your treasury get to a point where it's been completely full? Because if it impedes your gameplay to not being allowing you to continue grinding an event or grinding a conquest, then I would not be for that. I would rather they find space somewhere else and leave the treasury the way it is, so that we can grind as much as we want in a conquest and grind as much as we want in a regular event, and not give up that space. That's my preference, because I would rather not have to deal with that, with the inventory management until after the event's over, if I can avoid it. But, because everybody already has to deal with, like, maybe, if you only have a certain amount of relic spots, that you gotta, only pick up 4 or 10 relics at a time and then forge them away or fuse them away. Yeah. Just like their excuses. Yeah, well, like I said, it seems to be the same thing, and they are still working on it, they say, because obviously they know it's a major concern for the game, because they can't add any more. They can't continue to add relics even on their end with having the fact that there's not going to be enough room for them. Just plain and simple. Even though players are already banging on the table saying there's not enough room for them now, and with their current gameplay and style of play. But yeah, definitely something that needs to be done, because it's definitely getting on a lot of players' nerves. We got 2 more battles with this relic. 120 to 200. Well, that's good, King Ragnar. Enjoy it. Fish tacos, JJ. You're saving for Zeus still, Dylan? Man, I hope the players like Dylan that are saving for Zeus aren't disappointed, because it will seem like they've been waiting for months, and then have something that possibly could disappoint them would be, devastating, I believe. In comparison of being just let down 1 week and then be happy the next. Which is what some players deal with on a regular basis with this game as well. So are you back, Bo, officially, or what?
Yeah, I'm here, but
okay.
No guarantee that Discord's not going to dump me off.
JJ says, yes, it doesn't allow you to battle anymore. I believe it happens when you have a few thousand in Treasury. It only happened once, and it was a long time ago. Okay. Okay, what did I miss while sending dirty pictures to the brain? G Bacon. Sending dirty pictures to the brain. Yes, Drumadiddle or Devadiddle, we hate you and respect you. Yeah, that's right, Havoc. Devadiddle. Yes, Devadiddle. If he ever pops in here, he I'll let you know. He was another person that pointed out that he's all about that crossbow for this event. So Devadiddle wants to add it to his collection. He said it was a must-have relic. Yes, Bow of Rygard.
The crossbow is pretty sweet. Crossbow's pretty sweet.
And it was just mentioned that it's just because of the fact that we don't have a lot of relics that give archer critical right now. So
right. Yeah. I gotta see where D's gonna put me for this event. I haven't started yet.
Well, I got.
Decide how far you were going?
I decided 12K as of yesterday. Like I knew I wanted everything from 12K and under, like every single thing up to 12. Like it starts at 7K with the 4-star XP relic. I mean, Talon's in there. I'm like not really excited about him at all. He's probably the least excited I am out of everything that's up there. Because I want the Nature's Call because I don't have it. And then of course the 2 new relics, the Epic, which could turn out to be a good Titan or just really good food. And then also I would like to get that XP relic and then Talon too, you know. And the Professor and Mary and no, like it works out pretty well. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any gem deals at the moment. Although, if they did pop up recently, I might just have to reload for them to come up. But are other people? Pulse says I fused away 13 4-star Titans in Fusion. Solgar was 1. Ooh. But gonna use hell. There you go. You're in a top 5 team? Not sure the name, though? Okay, that's cool, Brain. Well, then, let me take a quick peek, because if you are... You want yourself another Ladega? So... Oh, you mean you're on that Russian... You're on the first-place Russian team? Because I can say Beasts, League of God, Bedlam, and Events Are Us. Might be the Russian team. Yeah, there was a lot of Russians on the dev live stream this last week. I wonder if there's anybody at the at Natural Motion that checks that all out. Devadiddle comes from Marvel Universe, cousin of Lucky Man. Nice. TR All-Stars. Oh, TR All-Stars, I believe? Okay. Yeah. TR All-Stars likes to, whenever I do a specific event video or anything like that, they like to post recruitment posts on my comments. If they asked ahead of time if it was okay, I probably wouldn't mind, but they just post it anyway, just like the people that post hacks and stuff like that in the comments. So I just delete them all. So the hacks will always get deleted, but if you want to post about your alliance and everything else, if you ask first and make sure that it's cool with me, then I have no problem with people recruiting. Alright, so let's get into this. 1-star. No, Green Arrow, 12K, my friends, 12K. And Bo has left us again. He's in and out. Yeah, I want another Ladega. My last one didn't have a big enough booty. Yeah, see the brain, I knew it. He just wants an updated big booty Ladega. That's funny. Leave my grenadiers alone. Leave them alone! During dev streams, I suggested a relic-only event with a pick your 5-star relic as a prize, since some players a certain 5-star and could get... I like that. It's got to be a... I mean, the thing with those types of events, though, if they have to deal with a 5-star, they have to link it in with something either extra special or it should be something that only happens only a few times out of the year situations. But I like an idea of pinnacle times throughout the year where they do have something like that, where they would offer a pick your own 5-star relic. That could be something that they decide to do around the time of the 3-year anniversary. We can start talking about that now. It's only, let's see, everybody, now that we're into March. It's 9 months away, everybody. I had a quick count on my fingers just to make sure. It's about 9 months away, everybody. So I hope you're excited. Let's start the hype now. Free 5-star for everybody. Captain Marvel coming out tomorrow. Oh yeah, okay. I think I might have seen the trailer for it, but I don't know. Event done. They all should be between 15 and 17K, nothing more. Really, Crazy Joker? You're finished already? Dylan, can you recruit? I don't know, Dylan. What are you recruiting for? That's my first question. Recruiting for what?
Recruiting to raise funds to buy a new Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, see? If that's the recruitment that's going on, then I might allow it. My last Ladega has a pancake booty. What's up, Frost? Don't you hate it when you start an event and you don't have enough troops built? Yeah, right? What do you say about that, Almorand? What up? Yeah. G Bacon. Vintage, would you mind unshielding? Nice. I don't know. I don't think they'd be around, Brain. I don't think they're frequenting the stream. Quick maths, NA education. No, that's right. Quick maths. Let's see. Yeah, all right. I want to see what some of these offers are. I'm going to get out of the game. I'm going to reload and see if I get any of them. So people are talking about there's all sorts of offers coming up. So they might be delayed. There might be some delayed offers from because of course I started my game up and have left it on for a little while now. What's up, John McGinnis? Back again. I have not looked at the event. What is that? 12K, Zalon? 12K is the, what's it called? Nature's Call, which I do not have one, and I really would like one. Besides from that, I wouldn't mind grabbing the 2 new relics, as well as, Talon's there. I'll grab him, It's not a bad thing. But besides, let's see, other than that, I mean, all this stuff down here is all just, bonus, whatever. But 4-star XP relic, I want that. I want the sling. I'll take the epic token because it's there. I'll take Talon because he's there. I want the crossbow and I want Nature's Call. So this is the meat, as Vintage would call it, the meat. See, and I'm not. Gelded Arc, if I get it, I get it. If 1,600 gems, if I get it, I get it. Ranger token, that would be my stopping point. Because the Heartseeker and the 350 Divine Gems, I'm like, I'm not going to bend over backwards for all that. So, that's just me. Bo's back? Again?
Yeah, Bo's back, maybe. We'll
Wait.
see, but
Tentative.
I'm going to 15.
Tentative.
I can get a Solzar.
Wait. What's up?
I said I'm going to go to 15 so I can get a Solzar.
Oh, you want to go to 15 so you can get a Soulstar? That's not bad. That's not a bad goal. Not a bad goal. Now, what is your schedule looking like? I mean, are you going to be able to maybe do like a stream tonight, Bo? Thursday night stream before you gotta go home tomorrow? He doesn't sound super excited. I gotta check these real quick. When do they expire?
It depends.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I figured I'd ask. Never know. Never know. Bo comes up with some crazy stuff every once in a while, and then he goes live. Oh yeah, I was gonna get out and look at the offers. All right, hold on a second. Let's see if anything popped up for me. Just went into battle all willy-nilly. You want me to call my next Conquest stream Zalon, the Marathon Man? We'll see what happens. Oh, Ian Rogerson, you've had the deal popping up for the last 3 days. Oh, okay, you're talking about like the ones that aren't associated with the events, like the heroic offers. Let me see. See if anything pops up for me. What's popping? What's up, Truth? Thank you for coming on. Yeah, they're really making it easy to skip the upper part of this event. Yeah, very true. You gonna go to Taco Bell? Okay. Brain.
Sometimes it's good to have a nice, easy event where you don't have to worry about
True.
All that stuff. You can just kind of pick your spot, get there at your leisure, right?
Yeah. Nope. Nothing popping up for me. Bo knows baseball. Yeah. Bo knows. Talk a little bit, Bo, for a second. I gotta put some more firewood on. Come on, Bo, talk.
Bo not know baseball. Bo knows football. Bo does not know baseball.
Bo does not know baseball.
No. So for all the project managers and everybody's having a meeting right now to figure out all the stuff I got to do before I go home tomorrow. So.
Oh, really? Isn't that nice of them?
Yeah. That's why it's a maybe.
I see.
Like, yeah. Get this done. So any preference in firewood there, Zalon? Like oak, hickory, maple?
Whatever I can find for free.
There you go.
I'm going to tell you. Well,
free to play. It's a free to play fireplace.
Yeah, it's definitely free to play. Well, there's definitely a lot of work involved. See, there's a lot of grinding. There's a lot of grinding that goes on. Most of the stuff that I can most of the stuff that I get is from state parks, because a lot of state parks have, they still have, what's it called? They still have a lot of, like, people that live on the opposite side of the road from the state parks. So there's still lots of, like, lines and everything else. So a lot of these state parks have tons and tons of old trees right up to the edge of them. And they do get periodically, companies come through with the big old trucks and they cut them down. But because it's a state park, and also some of the residents on the other side of the road too, they have to cut their trees down too, just to, maintenance the lines. It only gets done like every, 5 to 10 years. But when they do that, they leave everything. And they leave them in fairly decent sizes. Sometimes I do have to cut them in half one more time, but for the most part, they cut them in sizes that are manageable enough that you just go out, throw them all in the back of your truck, drive them to the place where you got your wood splitter, have maybe a nice helpful friend with you, at least one, so it makes the job a little bit easier and a little more fun, and yeah, it's pretty much how I do it.
Yeah.
That's, and it's, like I said, these piles are huge, they go on for a while. What's up?
Do you pay your helper in Trident layers, or?
Yeah, I pay him in Trident layers. What a good throwback commercial. No, I don't pay him in Trident layers. I do sometimes pay in beer, depending on what day of the week it is. If it's a Friday, typically I will have, it just depends how the funds are. But if I'm going to be, buying some beer, I'll just split it with the person I'm with if they want some too. But if the helper I'm with would rather, either take some of the wood home with them, because that's the other thing too. So one of my buddies that comes to help me, he has his own. It's not a fireplace to like heat your house, but it's a fireplace that you can use to just it's like what is it, like a cosmetic fireplace. So it's kind of cool to have, but it's not actually like something that's necessary for living. So let's get back on. Whoever that guy was that I was hitting, he was definitely either ponging with me or hitting someone else, but it was definitely some easy resource, along with grabbing my souls for the event. Because like I said, I just hit Castle 23, and right now I'm actually on a gold rush right now, because I got to get my my 3 farms, or 4 farms pretty shortly. I'll have a 4th builder available, and I got to get my farms built ASAP. Or not my farms, my gold mines built ASAP, so I can get my storages up. But then I also got to build some farms to get my food up, so that my gold storage is up high enough to be able to start my the 2 buildings that I care about the most right now. And one is my ability to upgrade troops, which is always first priority. But see, at Castle 23, a lot of crap changes. When it comes down to, they make you have to do the mines first before you can actually be able to do. You can't upgrade the mines before you can build the storages, because a lot of times you can actually do that before the next level and get away with being able to start building the storages like right away. But 23, they make you kind of go back and do those first. So whatever.
Yeah, that's where I am. My Castle 20 just finished, and I was able to get my farms and my gold mines up before the castle finished, so I can immediately start on storages.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work at 23. Truth! Thank you, $1.99 donation. I appreciate that. Another couple bucks to add to your millions. I don't have millions, Truth. I'm not. I wish it was that case, but it's not. Let's see.
You wouldn't be waiting on gold mines, would you?
Zalon, for all the millions you make off of Super Chat, you are a cheapo. Hello, cheapo. No. When it comes down to firewood and stuff like that, like I said, it's very easy to find it. What do you expect me to? You can buy a truck of you can actually go buy a truck of logs for like $500.
But
I mean, that's if you.
That's the business Zalon's in. Why is he going?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can buy. No, you can buy a truck of logs if you live in an area where it's not like very affluent with like very old timber. And I mean, Pennsylvania is. I mean, the original name of Pennsylvania was Penn's Woods. Okay, the entire state is covered in trees. You know, mountains and mountains and mountains and mountains just filled with trees everywhere. And they're old. They're all super old. So
and cheesesteaks.
And cheesesteaks, but only when you get down to Philadelphia. So anyway, just a little history for all the people that live outside of the U.S. that don't know. When I refer to Pennsylvania, yes, we have a lot of super old trees all over the place. And when you talk to people from England, that's one thing. If you don't talk to it or spend time with someone from England long enough, because when we had some people come over from my hometown when they do their exchange program with Berwick-upon-Tweed, which is again the sister city over in England, that we do an exchange with students every 4 years or every 2 years. Well, anyway, they came over and they said, "Man, there's so many trees here." And I was like, "What? Really?" And yeah, in the more populated areas and even out in the countrysides, because of course, if you think about it, if England itself has been, obviously, people have been living there a lot longer than here in the United States. And it's also a smaller area mass. You're talking about an island here in comparison to the United States' larger land mass. That, well, yeah, they kind of, burned a lot of the wood. And made it into things, too. So, it just seems like that there is a lot less, rolling countrysides with huge forests that go on forever, Now, I'm not saying that there isn't a tree in England. That's completely wrong. But it just, the way the picture has been painted to me is there is not huge roaming forests absolutely everywhere. So, and if there are, they're not super old. Because, well, frankly, there's a lot of efforts to be able to put a lot of environments back, or ecosystems back in their natural habitat too. Because of course it ruins a lot of things. Plus, also too, there's a lot of paper mills and paper farms. Zalon's cutting down all the trees. That's right, timber. That's right. Corey's asking me how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could wood. I can never say that right.
All of it.
All of it. I've been on Castle 23 for 6 months, Ron Gamer. Wow. Well, I only plan on... I'm running with the big dogs now. Oh, I hear you. Well, see, that's the thing. As soon as I get my troops up to 23, I think I'll be running with the big dogs. I really think that I'm not running up with them very yet. We'll see. When it comes down to having those higher level troops, I think I'll be able to do a little bit more with my Titans then when that happens. But always upgrading troops. Never stop upgrading your troops. I feel like that is like the number one thing. You can chill at a castle level for a long time and be upgrading your troops at the same time. So you can spend a lot of time doing that, but if you're not upgrading your troops, I feel like you're holding yourself back in the game in general. Because there's plenty of time for you to upgrade your Titans and your Relics in the, in the weeks that it takes you to upgrade your troops. So, and months, eventually. No, I'm not a tree hugger, Corey. I just, when it comes down to it, they're pretty affluent here. And it seems like when I talk to people of other places, it doesn't seem to be the case. And they're kind of... when I say that I can get them on the side of the road, and it's very easy, and nobody seems to care, and it's because, yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah. What's surprising, to be honest, when you burn wood in your house and when you have a big stove like I do, is how much I seem to stack up around it and have outside on the pallets and everything else, and then how much you actually pull out in ashes. I'm like, oh my gosh, like at the end of like the week, I'll pull out maybe like a buck. I have like a metal bucket, of course, because you always want to make sure you're being careful with any possible hot ashes or anything like that. But I pull out probably like a bucket and a half. So much ash that comes out, and it's like that was probably like 2.5, 3 trees right there, big ones too. But it's like in a bucket and a half, and it's like that doesn't seem like anything anymore. Like it's insane how much energy is really used. And how long it takes for that tree to get to that size, and then it's insane. Oh, there he is. Drum a diddle. Devadiddle. Yep. We hate Havocs. We hate you. Yeah, you were getting a little bit of hate earlier, Devadiddle. You were being called out for your incredibly, that we love you and we hate you. Specifically Havoc. Very funny. The brain says, I've also been hearing since the 89s that California is running out of water. I've never been able to take a shower or flush the toilet, though. Hashtag fake news. That's right. What's up, Shadow Cheese?
Yeah. I'll be back in just a minute, Zalon.
Okay. Just got back. What can Zalon get on the side of the road and it's easy? Oh, jeez. Oh. Brain's mashing out all sorts of crazy fake news now. Let's see. I'm leaving you some greens with Runa. Are you serious? No, you're not. Oh, wait, somebody's actually attacking my garrison? Who's attacking my garrison? Crazy Joker! Are you serious? Really? You're funny. What's up, Aaron? Yeah, Devadiddle, or other known as Drumadiddle, other known as Derm. His account is blessed by the holiest of holies. Volstan. Oh, man. Yes, the holiest of holies. Volstan and Chambermaid Runa have foreseen that the Devadiddle will always get incredibly good rolls on his 2Ks. Wait, Runa? Are you still attacking me with Runa? Huh. I don't know who this invite for this unknown person is. Interesting. Deal with that after the stream. Let's see. What was I going to do? I was going to check where I am in the event. Here we go. Okay, so using my 2-star and 1-star, like the extra relics that I had, got me to about 800 souls. That's not bad. Not bad. We'll pull, let's see, we'll take the bonus token. Take the relic token. We have so many relic tokens. Alright. it. We'll pull this iron token, though. Do the bonus altar first. 12k, Drumadiddle. 12k! I need that Nature's Call. If I didn't need Nature's Call so bad, I wouldn't be going to 12k. I would probably be just stopping at the crossbow. But I need that Nature's Call. I really, really, really do. So I just don't have one. And if I can just obviously grind and grab one instead of just being like, oh, I'm praying that my 500 DG pull is going to work out this time. Like, I just don't want to. I'd rather just, if it's going to be another 1,000 on top of the crossbow, it's like, yeah, I'm getting it. No reason not to. Ooh, I didn't equip my relic. Oh well, I'll do it next time. Zalon, I thought you were a DOT baller. Why no gem deals this time? Well, because actually I have enough gems right now. I didn't need to go wild and crazy, and I knew since yesterday what the rewards were going to be, so I already had a good idea of what I was going to be dealing with. So, but we'll see about next week, though. We'll see where I am after this event, though. But I'm going to try to get as many souls as possible by just straight grind. I'm going to use the relics, obviously, the 2 relic tokens that are in the event. And I will pull relics if I have to, especially on Sunday to get to my goal, but I'm going to try to get up there as far as I can without pulling relics. To try to save as many gems as possible, because it is the more affordable way to go and to use your gems. Oh, you mean why didn't they come up for you? I don't know. Good question. I mean, there's the times that it comes up for me and people are all on the stream going, I don't see them. Can you get talk? I think I'm at 10k souls. Call me Shang Swing this event. Oh, yeah? Yeah, with next week being Urcon, you know, and now that's what they were saying about the old TOW that's dropping on Tuesday is going to have something to do with Urcon. Now, I don't know if that means that Urcon's going to be in the TOW and the relics that we're achieving in the TOW itself are for the Urcon event. That really wasn't really specified. So, we will see. Yeah, Drumopedia is here. Drumopedia. Submit your questions now. If I ever get an opportunity to meet Drum in real life, we'll do a Drumopedia what was it, like a 30 seconds with Drumopedia, where we have him straight blindfolded and we just ask him random, very difficult questions about relics, and he's just gonna spit them all out. That would probably be the coolest 30-second video. Just ask him some of the most difficult questions and see if he can rattle them off. Be like, what does, you know, and just, I can't think of anything right off the top of my head that would be, like, super stumping, but we'd have to come up with some real good ones. Catch him with, like, a quick, you know, what's the airspeed velocity of a unladen swallow, you know? And now, see, if I were Natural Motion, I would have made hell the 99 Titan deal, says Drum. You know how some sites say powered by Google, Yuki's DOT database is powered by Drum? Yeah. That's true. That's true. Drum, then Zalon would have bought hell. That's very true, Brain. I probably, well, I don't know. I could never, $100 deal for just a straight Titan? I don't know. I don't know. Level 1 Runa is nasty. She a dirty girl. So wait, is that still what you attacked me with, Crazy Joker? I need to put that relic on here. I need to stop messing. No way. Oh man, I gotta see this. I'm gonna take this relic down and let's just see how long we've been going. Okay. So yeah, we'll probably run 8 more battles, and then we'll probably be wrapping up for this live stream. I know it's been kind of... Some people are going to be like, it's so short! I know, it's no 10-hour stream. But typically, event starts typically about an hour, hour and a half. Typically. So... Alright, so... What was it? Oh. Wait a second. You came in with a Runa and beat my garrison. Rough. That's rough. Crazy Joker. Wow. My poor... What was it? That was my Valoran. The Crazy Joker, did you go in first and then back out so that no greens showed up? Or did you just go in and blindly guess what my resists were? I'd like to know. Because the majority of times players don't realize that the majority of players out there that attack garrisons the first time to see what your actual stats are will back out of the battle and retreat before it is concluded. And so they do not lose. If you do not lose, a green will not show up on the actual battle log. So players do that quite often because so many people are absolutely petrified leaving greens. That is actually a thing. So I was just curious. A lot of players do that. Especially in Legend League. Very common practice. Because nobody wants you to know that they've been there and that they've lost multiple times trying to take something down. But sometimes they don't. So... King Ragnar wants to know, 24-hour stream? Oh, well, there is going to be a 24-hour stream for Zeus. It's just, it's not going to be all me. It can't be all me. There's going to be a lot of other people involved. Derm included. Derm's going to be involved too. He's going to be involved too. D and Derm. They better be. I'll be very disappointed if they're not. Community would be very disappointed. But... yeah, so it'll be very awesome. There'll be a lot of good streamers streaming all day for the Zeus event. Whew! For the people that want to get it done in a day, you'll have something to watch for a full 24 hours. It'll be pretty impressive. We've done it before. I believe the Zeus event will be justified for it. So it'll be very exciting. And if it's exciting for me, therefore the rest of the world. No, if you're a South Park fan. Let's find couple more fairly easy lands just to blaze through fast here for the other 7 remaining battles. Let's see if we can find some more after this one. I never ever leave greens. Shadow Cheese, you never ever leave greens, huh? I never eat greens, says the brain.
It's called force closing your game.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'm back now? I don't know. Today it's just not been my day.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I thought you were doing something work related. That's why you had to jump off.
Yeah, well, I was. I had to go sign for a delivery. So,
official business, huh?
and then, of course, when I get back, my Discord acts up. I don't know.
Horrible. Let's see. Pure guess, I thought I was leaving a green for sure. Runa and Goliaths with rage. Most spearmen lack earth resist. That's true. I don't think I have earth resist on there. There's the aloof. Is anybody gonna make it? Oh yeah, they're gonna make it. Oh, she's dead. Unless I run into 100% melee resist, then I just back out. Oh yeah, is that right, Dromedale? The Brain says, dang, you mean I've been lighting up people's battle logs with greens like a Christmas tree for nothing? Oh yeah, Brain, there's plenty of people that purposely make sure that they back out and they don't leave greens. I'll send the message to his house if you guy get the food and drinks. Oh yeah. Get him tacos and big booties and he'll be fine. It was a level 1 Runa with a 5-star relic. Really interesting, Crazy Joker. Oh, Doom comes in and says, I leave greens all day, don't matter to me. Oh, here you go, Doom. That's the way to be. Because most of the time, I see a green, and then that same person comes back and they beat it. Most of the time, when I see my garrison hit, that's what happens. Or it'll just get hit and beat. But then, you know, depending on which Titan they use. See, that's why I asked that question with the Runa, because, you know, there's the possibility I could have been under attack, and then I never saw a green from it, or a red, obviously, because of, you know, the ability for you to be able to jump out like you can. Oh, look at that. Took down that Almoran. But with certain Titans, like, you know, obviously I'm not surprised that people can roll through and defeat with certain Titans, but obviously with a Runa, questions arise. But with a 5-star relic, I'm sure that makes a major difference. I, of course, don't have the 5-star Paladin relic, I don't think. Yeah, that's right, Seth Roth. Drugs are bad, okay? Good old Mr. Mackey. Shout out to Mr. Mackey on South Park, because I do remember that one time that they showed his parents, and both of Mr. Mackey's parents also have big heads like he does. I thought that was very funny. Oh, yes, the Game of Thrones trailer. Might show that on a Sunday stream. There's not too much music in it, so I think I'll be alright. It's a little bit more talking. But yeah, we'll show that on Sunday night stream. Getting people pumped up for Sunday nights. Because when Game of Thrones starts, immediately following when Game of Thrones airs, as long as everything's okay, I'll be live streaming, and we'll discuss. after a period of time, we'll discuss what's going on. And there definitely will be appropriate spoiler warnings for all y'all that don't like to stay caught up. But still, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be good. And if I was to, I immediately, whenever there's large casts or groups of anything, I immediately start putting people that I know from Dawn of Titans. Like, I start picking the different people that I think they are. So, like, I've done it before with Star Wars. I've done it before with Braveheart. I've done it before with a whole bunch of different things where I'll meme things up and I'll just throw a whole bunch of people's names in. So, but with Game of Thrones, there's so many people. Like, I had somebody picked out for Bo. Bo, you're the red-haired guy with the really big beard from the north that comes down and eventually befriends the oh, man, I have so many different people picked out. It's insane.
So, new Game of Thrones start soon?
Yeah, just a few weeks. It's what, April 14th? So, yeah, it's only in a few more Sundays, like a month, like 4 or 5 Sundays from now, But that's, it's pretty impressive. Right. We've been waiting for quite some time. And it's the final and last season. And it's all come to these, I think it's 8 episodes. I don't even think it's going to be that, a full 10 episode season. But, oh yeah, it's going to be super awesome. I mean, come on. The first few seasons of Game of Thrones, everybody was waiting for the dragons to come. And, I mean, at this point, on the 8th season, I mean, at this point, everything's super awesome. There's nothing else you can really, like, kind of build up to at this point. It's just going to be constant mayhem, consistently, all the time. I think that's another reason why they have less episodes, too. Because it costs so much. Because everything is super epic. And, okay, I'm going to quote the brain here. Just like old battles of Dawn of Titans were supposed to be epic with thousands of troops. Just quote the brain. Somebody says that on a regular basis, and his name is the brain. But, yes, battles on Game of Thrones, it's similar to the way Dawn of Titans used to be. Quote, unquote, from the brain.
Yay, Real Hands here.
Hey.
What's up, Real Hand?
Not much, just got home. Gotta fix part of my car later today.
Oh, it's only 6 episodes, Brett Huper. You had to fix your car, Real Hand. What's wrong with your vehicle?
I accidentally, chipped off the corner of my mirror.
Which one? Driver side or passenger?
Like, the passenger side, just the frame of it.
Ah, okay, you're all right then.
Yeah, so I have, the pieces. I'm getting some, plastic auto body putty, and I'm gonna basically just reassemble it.
Yeah, the spin-offs. Drumadiddle mentions also he's hoping for some spin-offs. Yeah, and Game Rescue came back. Yeah, there's at least 2 confirmed. There was a bunch of ideas rolling around for a while, but yeah, there are at least 2 confirmed. The only thing is, though, they're going to be good, but they're not going to retain the same amount of people that the original show has. That's just the way it works. I've never heard of a spin-off getting more people than an original series that has run for 8 seasons. So again, take that whole comment right there.
So you never watched any of the Star Trek? Okay.
Well, no. What I'm referring to is, in 8 seasons, the show has grown to a massive audience right now by the 8th season. Typically, shows go from a low point to in the middle, the 2nd or 3rd or 4th season, it tops out. And then eventually, if they eventually make it to an 8th season, they're not nowhere near where they were at the middle point, okay? And then if a spin-off would come from something like that, again, we're talking about they never can retain that. Again, if in the middle of that 8-season run, they hit a certain point, we'll call it 10 billion, and a spin-off that comes from that show will never hit that 10 billion mark, is what I'm referring to. So, in its entirety. You know what I mean? In its entirety.
Like 8 billion. Yeah, well, considering there's only 8 billion people on the planet.
You know what I mean? Well, what I'm getting at is, any show that we've ever seen so far.
I know. I'm just picking at you, Zalon.
I know you are. But anyway, any show that we've ever seen so far, when it comes down to viewership and everything else, well, first off, hasn't come close to the viewership of Game of Thrones just in general. But when it comes down to, you know, the ability to surpass what they've achieved by the 8th season, again, every other show, and you can track these stats all on what's it called, Wikipedia, basically. When you search a TV show and go into the episode listings and go over to the far right, you can see, again, I know it's the Nielsen numbers and whatever, but they do give you a fair assessment judging in millions, and you can see most shows by the 2nd or 3rd or 4th season have topped out, and the last remaining seasons are just to appease the main audience and everything else. It's all very easily seen. But Game of Thrones is just one of those fluke like shows of a lifetime where, you know, it's just an amazing show that has just impacted more people than I can possibly imagine in comparison, because there's plenty of stuff that's produced in a lot of other countries that we never see in the U.S. ever, and is considered to be some of the best programming out there. So, I don't know. It's odd. It's crazy. It's on a different level.
HBO is actually under new management now, so it's actually possible.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who bought out Time Warner? It's now owned by AT&T. AT&T owns Time Warner and Turner and stuff. So they're actually getting a lot more resources now. So it's possible that it could get, you know, more viewers. They branch into more countries or whatever.
Well, remember, Game of Thrones is it's in every country but 3, and that was a statistic from a few years ago. I'm sure they've conquered those 3 countries. So if you can say the show is available in every single country in the world, that's something most shows can't even come close to. So, and it's liked. See, that's the thing. You can say your show is available in every country, but if you have a massive following in every country, I don't know. I don't know how if you can get more popular than that in certain cases. Until what's it called? Until Elon Musk gets some people to Mars, and then we could start saying we're gonna go, you know, solar system wide. You know.
Yeah. Well, partly why I was saying like they might be able to do that with spin-off is that one of the things that AT&T's having HBO do is they're going to actually restructure their entire streaming service.
Well, similar to Disney, similar to everybody. I mean, it's just because everybody's trying to bail on the whole TV scheme. So I can go on for this stuff. Real hand, we can talk about this forever, and I'm forgetting everybody in the chat. So, but let's see. Yeah, I know. Talking about Future Honor, Cleveland Show, Pinky and the Brain, favorite cartoon, Family Guy. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Deadwood was amazing, especially. Yep. Deadwood. Yep. Killing Eve. See, I've never even heard of that. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of amazing shows out there that again, the U.S. has seen, other countries haven't. Other countries have seen shows that the U.S. hasn't seen, but there seems to be like this overall blanket, of course, with certain shows, and Game of Thrones has, of course, I've definitely achieved that because again, there's no like, you know. When you're also in a fantasy world, it also makes it easier that, you know, people over in this country can say, well, it doesn't really pertain to any, like, there's no, like, you know, it can be a political drama, it can be all that kind of stuff and everything else, but it's in a fantasy world, so it's like how people can have racist jokes in cartoons and be like, it's okay because it's a cartoon. You know what I mean? It's not some, you know, person of this, you know, ethnicity or country saying this about somebody else, you know, because that seems a lot more offensive, you know. So in the case of the whole Game of Thrones thing, everyone sees it as just a one grand, awesome, amazing story that has, you know, doesn't really have any kind of like underlying tones of this, that, or the other thing. So it just seems more socially acceptable. So. But that's just me looking at things from an outside perspective. All right, so here we go. 1,110 souls and ran 3 relics. And I think I'm just going to keep on grinding from there, but hopefully we see some more awesome, amazing live streams. And Vikings, yeah, people have said that a bunch of times. I keep on trying to go back and starting Vikings over again, and eventually I'm sure it will. Expanse is amazing, is really good, kind of nervous, excited. Yes, I'm really excited to see what Amazon does with it too, and it's also very, very, it seems like a very expensive show, so that's why I'm thinking that Amazon was the right place for it to go. Yeah, I think they will do it justice. I think they will.
Not as expensive as you might imagine.
Well, from my understanding, when they cost about the cost of the episodes and everything else, with some of the most recent seasons, like season 3, and with the expenses of season 4 and everything else, the CGI is actually, well, the most expensive part generally. But there's a lot more CGI in the Expanse than in certain episodes. I'm not going to say every episode is super CGI, but there are some episodes that it seems like there's more CGI than anything else, and that can be very pricey. So it seems to be the most, besides from, of course, as soon as your show gets super popular, of course your actors are going to start asking for more money as well. So then, yeah, CGI and the actors and actresses may start coming on the same lines of expense per episode, but up until then, with Amazon's extreme budget, I'm sure they'll be just fine. So, but yeah, Expanse is a really good show. Also, too, when you have a ton of books already pre-written, that's another reason why people don't want to just, kind of bail on it. Because it's not like you really have to come up with content. You're basing everything off of books. Yeah, you might change just a wee bit here and there because you don't have enough time to run everything that's from the book, but for the most part, everything's already all set for you. So, I don't know. I like that, and I'm glad they're continuing it, because if they didn't, it'd be kind of dumb. They've already had the audience for it. But, alright, DOT community. I'm going to wrap this one up. I do appreciate everybody joining in, of course, for the event start of Ancient Arrows. I will be back again, let's see, tomorrow for Friday night stream. I don't see why not. And probably sometimes over the weekend for some streaming. I do still have some videos that I need to do and get out, because I still, yeah. And you know what they are, because if you're a huge fan of my channel, you know I've been talking about them for the last day or so. So I won't repeat them now and hold everything on. So Orville wasn't bad, Shadow Cheese. I watched a few episodes. I thought it was pretty funny. But yep. All right, everybody. Talk to you all later. Thank you for joining. And Rio Hand, appreciate it. Bo, of course, not on here, but always appreciate people jumping in on Discord. And Titanium was here in the beginning. And thank you to The Truth for your nice donation as well. Always appreciated. All right, DOT community. Talk to you all again very soon.